What's your relationship been like through the years with it? Did you love it at the start? Did you stop loving it? Did you re-engage with it? Or do you see any kind of trajectory, personal trajectory, not career-wise or how people have perceived you or what work has come your way, but your own relationship inside of being an actor for the last 30 or 40 years, whatever it's been?
Well, it's been gusty.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I have gusts of incredible enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Usually once I've signed up, out of sheer panic.
Yeah.
Because if I'm bad, everyone is going to laugh at me. So I try bloody hard and go to enormous trouble to try and be as good as I can. And worse, once I got the power, I then became very interfering behind the camera as well.
You did?
Yeah. Barbra Streisand in trousers I was. I mean, it was just awful. You know, everything down to how the poster looks in South Korea.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'm better about that now.
Yeah.
But
what do you think that was? Just an attempt to maintain or control what you had arrived at?
To be honest, it was more to do with the films that were comedies, because you know, it's such a fragile thing, jokes.
Yes.
And it only takes one tiny thing to suddenly the laugh is lost. I can remember in the editing suite of comedy films, and you would change the background music that's playing on the jukebox in a scene, just you know, and it's not even very loud. And at the next preview, all the laughs have gone. Yeah. It's so fragile. Yeah. And that makes you sometimes a bit of a, I can't find the word, I'm too hungover. What do you call someone who's pernickety? Well, someone,
pernickety, yeah.
Control freak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. And what about, is there something, are there other things, other aspects of life that you've found have helped you step away from acting or have existed alongside acting? You mentioned politics earlier. I'm wondering, has that informed your work? Because people have asked me as a dad and stuff, does being a father make you a better actor? I don't know, but it makes my life outside of acting more rich. And I have to believe that that can only enrich the work that I do. Or I choose to believe that that can only enrich the work that I do.
Yes.
You know, I find that when I claimed in my early years not to identify with being an actor, and I was all, I don't give a fuck, and this and that and the other, and I really just didn't know how to manage my own care for it, or my own uncertainty around it, or my own anxiety around it. And now, the more rich my life has gotten outside of the world of acting and making films and stuff, the less serious I take it with regards to the value that it puts on me as a man. But that also has this strange paradox where it allows me to invest more of myself in it without the weight it once did, if that makes sense. I enjoy it more, I have a freedom within it because I step into it from this life that has a greater degree of, you know, I now have 6 friends in my life, you know, constant friends instead of just bumping film to film and hanging out with crew and, you know.
Yeah, I think that does help. I mean, it is a bit of a cliche, I suppose, to say one's children have improved one, but they definitely improved me. I went from being nasty old 50-year-old to I'm delightful.
A nasty
now.
old 52-year-old.
I honestly, I break my heart with how nice I am now, because I have so much love.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely think I couldn't have done bits of Florence, for instance, the bits that are to do with, you know, untrammeled love.
Yeah, the deep care that your character had for her.
Yeah.
The deep care. Yeah. That wasn't, you know, there was questions about how ambitious he was and how much he was leaning on her for his inner patrician's need to live a certain life or a certain standard of existence socially. But by the end, it was very clear that it was a really, really deep love and a very romantic story, even though it wasn't the furthest thing from sexual for obvious reasons. You know, there was a deep sincerity in his love for her, I felt, which was extraordinary.
Yeah, and I think also when you get older, you just get a bit less self-conscious.
Yeah.
I don't mind dancing in pret-a-manger now if I like the music. You know, you just don't care so much anymore. And I think the same applies a bit with acting, that there are things like towards the end of Florence Foster Jenkins, when she's dying, and you know, I had to be quite emotional. I don't feel inhibited anymore. I feel...
Yeah, no, it was beautiful.
You sort of feel sodded.
Yeah, thank God social media wasn't popping back in the days when we had to audition. When was your last audition?
My last audition was...
yesterday, huh? You can tell me.
Yeah,
it's okay.
No, I'm auditioning right now. I'm going to be an Empire next season is what I'm hoping for.